Hey there, I'm DGW and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to take a look at Endzone, which is a post-apocalyptic city builder which was just released on Steam. Before recording this video I did have a couple of hours of gameplay in to understand the game and get a feel for it. Not right off the bat, it feels just like Banished. The control is pretty much the same, the vibe is pretty much the same, and most of the gameplay is very comparable to Banished. It is so similar that you could really consider it a sequel to Banished, set a couple of hundred years in the future. The backstory of this game is that in 2021 a global nuclear disaster caused by a terrorist plot plunged the world into chaos and into hiding. This nuclear holocaust made people find shelter in bunkers which were called Endzones. Those were sanctuaries for some of humanity to survive. Forward 150 years later, with the basic necessities for life running low, several brave souls set out to find a new home, a new chance to retake life and build a future for us all. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more, maybe subscribe to the channel.
This looks like a good place to settle. You know what we learned in the Endzone. Basic needs come first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply, and then...
So, I bid you welcome to Endzone. Before starting the gameplay, I first want to take a quick look at whatever is visible on screen right now. I've got the bus rack selected, that is your town center. And as you can see, we've got a group of settlers over here. We've got 12 adults and 7 children. And of those 7 children, Felix and Justine are the first ones to be coming of age. All the way up top you see our resources. You've got water, food, wood and scrap. These are my tools, which I have to produce, and radiation protection, which is essentially clothing. Again, something you have to produce. Medication, first up herbs, and later on you can actually produce medicine. Herbs you have to collect. I think you can even grow them on fields once you have the seeds for them. Next up is cloth, metal, plastics, electronics and coal. And coal is again something you produce, and in this case you can produce it from wood or you can mine it, but mining is still a long ways out, probably not going to get to it in this episode. Next up is our knowledge, which is something you use for research. Well, we don't have anything now, so we can't do any research anyway, but to do research you actually need to build a research center. We'll get to that when the time's right. Up top you also see our happiness bar. Right now we're nicely in the middle. Radiation, so how much radiation every body literally contains. Your average health and the amount of food types you have. The more you have, the better it is. Also, we've got our tasks as well as our notifications. Tasks are things you have to accomplish. Notifications essentially is the same thing, but they're like warning signs. Hey, your food's running low, your water's running low, you don't have enough wood, etc. Down here is your build menu, containing of all the types of buildings you can build, and obviously whatever is available in that section. Some of them are only after you research them, like the electric water pump. You need electricity for that obviously, but you have to research electricity, etc. Still a long ways from that. This is our professions. So essentially all the jobs available and the amount of jobs taken. In theory we can have 12 builders, but for now we're just going to stick to 2. That's plenty to start out with. And one of the first things we need to do to get going is build up our water supply. And to do that, in the beginning you don't have a lot of choices. So it's just going to be a jetty. By the way, it's R to rotate. And my guess is we'll just go for this one, like so. And then we want a cistern. Now I like to do my roads 3 wide, so 3-lane roads. So I'm going to stick to that. Is this one? Is this right? No, this is not right. That's actually going to be 4, isn't it? I can live with that. Now the reason I would do this is so that in the near future I can actually build another one like so. So that's the basic idea. I can have that all nicely compact together, and then later on we go move to this lake and likely move to other lakes. So we've got 3 interesting locations right next to us. That is very nice. Plenty of scrap around. Enough resources to pick up, especially in the beginning, so that's pretty good. I'm actually not too happy that this is here, because I would actually, to scrap it immediately is actually would be a waste. Another interesting location over here. Those are very easy expeditions. These question marks, they just tell you there's something interesting there, and to investigate that you first have to build a expedition center. From the expedition center you'll be sending out scouts, and after that you send an expedition to actually go in. Now, considering our potential future, this is actually pretty good, because this is all protecting us. That's really nice. This is a really nice map actually. I'm really happy with this map. I may or may not have mentioned it, but the town is called New Haven. That just came up automatically, so yeah. Happy with that. No idea if we can actually rename it. I don't really see the town name anyway, so not really sure how interesting that is. Okay, enough talking. So we've got our water set up. One of the next things I really need to do is send up a gatherer's cabin. Now a gatherer's cabin just collects wild foods, so that can be mushrooms, berries, whatever's found in the forest. And I'm actually thinking about putting it over here somewhere. What in the Lord's name is that kind of animal? I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Okay, let's put him over here somewhere. No, putting it next to water is a waste. No, something like that. That's plenty. Plenty of food for him to collect. Next thing is a fisherman's hut, and that's a pretty easy way to collect food. I want to give it as much clearance as we can on the water, because that's going to be much more efficient. Doesn't seem to change that much over here, does it? Okay. Not sure how literal we should take that. So first thing I want to build is the jetty, and this to prioritize a building. You just click this one, little icon here, and this will be the first one to build in this case. And after that's built, I want them to build the jetty, so we can actually start collecting water. It's quite important that we do that. Something else you can do is actually set up these relatively simple tasks. And in this case, I want to set up chopping wood and gathering scrap. There's not a lot over here, but we'll work our way around like so. what I like to do as much as I can, and sometimes I forget, but I try to not to forget, is to put down our road system from the get-go. You might not think that is incredibly important, but I personally think it is. And as I just said before, I want to try and keep 3 lanes. No specific reason, just I like it better. It just gives a better look at things. So once I do that, I've got kind of a bit of a basic layout for my road system. Like so. So I want to make this a bit of our town square. There we go. Something like that. So we've got a bit of a basic road layout going. We've got a bit of contaminated rain, daytime, and this is our seasons. Right now we've got 3 seasons of rain, then it's gonna be no rain, and it's gonna be raining again. So it's not gonna get too hissy right now. It will be coming. We will be hitting some issues later on when there's droughts and sandstorms, and highly contaminated rain, etc. That's gonna change things. This is our soil moisture. Right now everything is nice and moist or even wet. That's perfect. Dried out is not as good, but doesn't look like we've got any spots we need to worry about on a short term anyway. I really like this mountain. This is wow. That's instant protection. That's beautiful. It does make transporting goods around a bit more complicated, yeah, but still. Yeah, I think it's more of a help than a issue. We'll figure it out. Radiation, a bit here and there, but nothing too serious. A bit over here. We're not there yet, so no problems there. Electricity, obviously we don't have it yet. Building conditions, as they get destroyed by raids or sandstorms, etc. That's gonna be interesting. Location attractiveness, as far as I know, it is only affected by whatever buildings you have. So industrial buildings will affect the attractiveness of areas. Right now, we don't have to worry about that. So let's not. Alright, let's start unpositioning. I like to play it on either fast or fastest. Reason being is the gameplay is pretty slow, so otherwise things don't really happen. And this way there at least there's a bit of movement going on. I'll pause the game whenever I want to talk about something or just want to think about things. Here we go. Things get built. What is this? Buffalo? Buffalo, yeah. I assume they also produce milk, I'm not sure. I've never had those actually, it's the first time I've had them. We'll get to those quite shortly, I think. So my builders are now collecting their goods. They need some more scrap. Run out of scrap to collect, so let's put you over here. And these guys are just gonna chop away at those trees. Get things done. Come on guys. Let's get going. I'm just gonna up the amount of builders that we have. I think building stuff right now is a bit more important than chopping down those trees. We've got plenty of trees and we really need to start collecting that damn water. 2 water collectors, 3 water collectors to start out with. We really need to fill that thing up ASAP. Water is an issue. Food quite often becomes an issue, but water really is. Let's quickly up this to get this guys going. Let's upgrade to build build fisherman's hut. Why? Because fisherman is a very quick way to collect food. This is fine. You can build it, but I really need this one to be built. Sanctuaries. We can do with less builders right now. We got 3 fishermen. Perfect. So we got our basic needs set up. This is gonna fill up. Yeah, fine. Good. And then they're gonna be building this one. And as we do that, it's becoming a bit dry over here. Freeze already. That's quick. There we go. Now you see more scrap here, but scrap piles like this cannot be taken down by your workforce. For that you need a scrap collector, and that's one of the next ones we're going to be building. There's plenty of stuff around we can collect. So for now, I'm just going to focus on food because that is incredibly important. So I want to build a forester. I like putting them in the area of the gathering. Let's not trample. This guy has got. So we build a building over here, and then we've got this little trick that we can do. We can actually move the area. Oh, sorry, you can't do that yet. Sorry. No, I want you to keep building. Sorry. Good. Water, food, we're doing fine. What I would really like is that there's slightly more control over your building. So I can say, okay, I want you to do this one first, and I want you to do that one, and then as the last one, we want you to do that one. So you can really put something on the bottom of the list. Unfortunately, that's not possible in this game. As we speak up, gatherer, one gatherer. Okay, now we've got a bit of wiggle room. When this is built, we'll put 1 or 2 foresters in here. Next up. Sure it is 2000, yeah, 2000 more. When that starts to be full, I actually want to build another one because we already have a drought coming up. Even houses, but it's going to take me a while to get the houses, my friend. First, I need you to build this one. Let's do that one first. Once you do that, we'll move on to housing. Okay, sleep. Stars for now. You couldn't care less. No offense. Good. Okay. Let's get our roads done. It's a bit of luck, and we'll just go like so. Beautiful. Come on, man. So once we have that set up, we're gonna go and build us a few houses. Can probably start planning them already. No, I really want you to build this one, because I know what's gonna happen. Do we have some wiggle room? We do. Let's get to build this quickly, get stuff done. We're okay when it comes to we're running a bit low on food. You go do that for 1 extra here. Might be a good idea to start putting some roads up here. There we go. They build roads whenever they get to it because it's not a very important thing to do. We need less water workers for now. As you can see, the capacity is almost full. That's what the icon is telling us. So we've got quite a bit of water. We've got almost 2,000. Is it growing? Yeah, it's still growing. So right now we we're not using the water. We have a bit of scrap around still. Then we'll start moving this way. We're gonna steer clear of most of these things. Because I do want to investigate what's here, and we're still quite a ways away from investigating that kind of thing. Forester, let's get one forester in there. He can start doing his job. So as this one's full, it's gonna move some workers over. Good, we don't need this many builders right now. So we can actually increase our water collectors, like so. Now let's get some houses down. We don't have any other options right now than actual houses, which I'm not too happy about. 2, 3. Turn them around. 1, 2, 3. Good. Next up. Okay, yeah. This is the next thing we need to start doing. Let's quickly pause the game. As you know, we've been collecting scrap, we've been collecting wood. Those are our basic supplies, but we need to get our tools and clothing production up and running, because we're running out of tools. We're going to be okay without tools. They can still work without tools, it's just not going to be as efficient, and clothing is incredibly important to keep people healthy. Otherwise it's going to be a drain on your medication, la 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 la, and very soon you're going to start running into issues. Now, to do clothing, first off we need cloth. To get cloth we need to recycle our scrap. I had to quickly restart my recording. Some issues there. Sorry about that. Hope it didn't interfere. Anyway, as I was saying, to get cloth you need to recycle scrap, and to do that you need a recycler. That's thus the next one we build. I want to try and get my industry, and so my production industry as well as my housing, slightly separated. It's not the most important thing, but it does give people a bit of area. So let's get the recycler. 1 and 2. So we want metal and we want cloth. Actually, what we're gonna do is build 4. We will have 2 running, and then we can get those 2 running as soon as possible. After that, let's get the road system down so we've got a bit of a guideline where we want to build stuff. Yeah, there's some scrap in the way. So those 2 are going to be built next. After the houses, obviously, and start rolling again. Now, the thing with houses is that building houses will means that your people will start reproducing. And I'm not too happy about them starting to reproduce, to be honest. And there's a very simple reason for that, because it means there's going to be children, and it means more mouths to feed. And I don't want too many mouths to feed right now, because it's just going to be an issue. There we go. How's our impressions? People right now. We could do one more. So it's going to be dry. We'll have a bit of rain. Good for you to chop off there. So we got our houses down. Now, what I want to build for housing is actually this one, shelter. That houses 25 people, but people inside here won't reproduce. So there's a different preference when it comes to that. We have no children, which is not really either. this is the maximum amount of people that we have right now. You don't really want that either. Okay. Sorry. Too many people, so get a bit of stuff going. Just scrap. Running low on scrap. Yeah, after this we need to build this scrapyard. Probably up here somewhere. We can actually build it over here and move him around. Yeah, that's something I'll show you still. More storage. Right, you can see the build area, the work area. I'm just gonna move him over here. Same thing goes for him. I'm just gonna move the work area slightly, so it's gonna be more efficient build area. Fill those places right now because we don't really have the people for that. Quick. So let's first get scrapyard, I should say. Where shall we build him? Where should we build him? What's that? Is really a pity. It would have been beautiful if that was the exact same size, but unfortunately it's not. Here we go. He's going to be touching down that on that, so we do need to move that. Now these guys, I'm sorry, these guys are going to be making my cabin built. Oh, you want more cabin? Okay. More cabin. There we go. Good. Now we've got food. Congratulations, my friend. But what I want is actually for you to enable me to build a shelter. So I'm just gonna be putting it down so we get our stuff going. Like so. Let's do that. Yeah, you don't have everything you need. I know. We're working on that. I want you to prioritize this one. Sorry, I was looking for jobs. We can chop wood manually for now. Let's just get our stuff going. How's my water? Should be fine on water. I'm not happy about food, to be honest. This is not had the issue where it took this long to actually. Yeah, food could be an issue. Because this guy is not going to be producing any food at all. Should be okay, but could be a bit painful. It could be a bit painful. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, let's first... I don't want you to take down that. I got 2 scrap collectors. We should be fine. We should be good. Dodge the bullet there. Okay, then next up is you go and build me this thing. Food is gonna be an issue. It's dry. Ooh, it's drought season. This is gonna be... Ay, because this guy's not gonna be producing food either. Eesh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be really, really close. You've run out of scrap. I had a bit of a click issue there. Oh, we've got six children again. Looks like we might make it, because it looks like this guy's still able to collect some food. It's gonna be close, but I think we will make it. I think we will make it. You start chopping down those trees. 8 children. We're gonna be good on population. We're gonna have rain in a few minutes, so as you can see now, everything's pretty much red. This guy's not gonna be able to collect a lot of food. It's pretty much running out as well. So yeah, we are cutting it close. But once that rain comes in, this guy's gonna be able to fish again. And then hopefully by then we'll have enough scrap and other stuff to oh, you can build, finally. So everybody's gonna have housing, and those guys are not immediately gonna reproduce that. That's a big plus. And then we need to start really producing some other goods. I am incredibly nervous about food. What are you blabbing about? We hit our food or production max. You know those maxes. Max up. There we go. Okay. I was so preoccupied by doing those maximum production numbers, I didn't even realize it started raining. So. And on dodging that bullet, I would say this is a good place to end the first episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to leave a like below. Leave a comment if you've got any suggestions on this game or other games. And if you want to stay updated, remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.